Um, well, I need to talk about the phony PayPal link that happened due to just listening to other people. And having said that, I don't usually listen to other people. I'm a live performing artist, but I do know how to write really well. Over Facebook, over the last 10 or 12 years, I've written articles that were so astonishing to people that, like, they call me their hero and this and that. And I don't really do it for them and for that. I do it for me. It's my ability to just express, and I know a masterpiece because I am a master. When it happens, I know it and I hit send. Um, some is raunchier than others. You know that see, as far as the spiritual improvement that you see, there isn't any improvements going to be going on this plane. If you're making spiritual improvements, it means you've um, found that you're going deeper and deeper into hell here, and you're just becoming more and more resilient about it. That's how the real, true, spiritual, religious person is that they just stay glowing throughout the more and more fact that they see that this is a living hell. So there isn't any posturing that I'm doing about that. I'm a deeply spiritual person. Also, see, as far as my intellectual property, when I do, that's what they call it, is it on here. When I do express, like I said, I'm not doing it for anybody but my own self, and I'm just a very high-minded. I hate to say it. I have Mercury conjunct Uranus. Nobody's going to toot my own horn for me, but I will. Person. I've always been. See, I started out as a musician, and I blew people's minds since the age 3 on with that. I still have a capability of doing that. I think that if yeah, like somebody said, well, if you start rapping, maybe you'll get more money, and it's like, yeah, I know. Um, Otherwise, this route of whatever it is that people think I'm doing, which is not a route at all. It's just it is what it is. I'm a very original person. I do things my way. I have been getting payment into me nonetheless, whether or not I change my link or not. People manage to get a payment into me. Even the person who's saying, well, you should do it this way, and then they send me money anyway, and they're able to do it. So it's like, I don't know the difference. I really don't. And furthermore, I don't see that it opens up and says the same thing that they're expressing. See, I'm going to back away from individuals. See, what I am is it's always been this way when as far as my Facebook page and the way that I do write. I've written articles that would get like 175 likes at a time. I would get 75 friend requests at a time because it was kind of a top-notch, high-minded thing where I was coming from that state and I bothered to share. And I don't really do it for them for that reason of getting likes and subscribes. No, I do it because I'm a master and I do things masterfully, whether it's cutting a tree down or working on a piano piece or writing articles. A lot of people like to read my writing. And now this is what I've always that I've experienced, and especially over social media. See, I describe myself as just being a watering hole. It could be pristine. What I mean is like nobody's there going in there saying, "I found something," like that. When that happens, no, I get muddied up. I get mucked up, and I'll say, "Fuck you, get out of my face." That's the mud coming up now. I do not need input other than what I am achieving uniquely as my own original way, and putting up my address of $ AEiOUYOUTOO has been working for passive income enough that I just think, well, I could accumulate it. By the time, well, when Jupiter goes into Cancer at the end of the month here and it begins to trine my Jupiter, I bet you anything I'll find more and more people bothering to figure out how to get a payment into me through Cash App, same address, PayPal, same address, Venmo, same address. I don't feel I should change anything more or less except for to warn people that you can muck up this pristine pool that I just kind of channeled. I live my life through pure intuition. And when I'm doing my channeling, see, it's really unfortunate that I'm being messed with in my personal life. See, my personal life is the same way. Where I live, how I live, it's pristine. I keep a lot of the muckety muck of the world, and I don't get into the extra, like hit the bell and whistle over there. It's like I see them as a trap. Stay away from participating in the world, all of it, none of it. Just, I hated school, didn't like that. I got my GED in private schooling, which is bullshit. What more does it, what more do you need to know except for how to be present with things with your awareness? See, I blame music for the reason why that I'm able to dial in on most all anything else worth dialing into. If it's the truth and it works, that's what the truth is, then bingo. God is a frequency found within, which means, you know, God is the truth. So when you do something right, like for instance, if you're playing music and you actually hit the melody of Mary Had a Little Lamb and you do it 3 times in a row, like you mean it, it comes from within, without that you're going, yes, yes. And then see other people go, yes, yes. And by that time, who cares? Who fucking cares? I did it for me. I felt it for me. And of course, it can give a what is called a contact high. So I'm not going to change. See, now as a result of having listened to somebody else about it, I hate to think that I'm offending them in any way, but I know I appreciate their one-time support. If it's just 1 or 3 times that they've given to me and then they figure out that they can't really get to me about their opinion about how I should do it, don't do that. See, there's a little story. I don't know if you know who Mose Allison is, but a lot of live performing artists are like this. But Mose Allison was a very good piano player back in the day when people were doing things with their hands and actually achieving masterful display of music or what have we. See, the story goes like this. See, I met somebody up here who they met Mose Allison, and they told me, they said, you know, I met him and I saw him, and I went up to him and I said, God, Mose, I love your stuff. I love everything you do. I mean, God, you're amazing. You're fucking bitching. I can't believe it's you. And he was just like this. So what? I'm just eating food. I'm a person. Get out of my face. I'm busy with a life that you have no idea. And I share some of the stuff that's going on. I try to generalize it and say, no, because I am humanity, it could be happening to you that a sociopath is there or a control freak is there. They want to get to you. They want to. It's something that we've always heard, really. It's just like, don't listen to other people. Do it your way. Be original. Because do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Because that's how you get muckety-mucked up. And you start wearing certain clothes this way. And so if somebody doesn't like it this way, then you're going to change and go this way. And pretty soon, I can't respect that. That's not even what you like about me. You like that I'm completely condensed as a version of myself that says, no, I am what I am, and that's all that I can be, and I cannot listen to anybody else. See, it's happened sometime before where I can feel it. It's like, you just have to say, who cares, and keep eating your food, because you're a pristine pool of water. When you do display your water, or whatever it is that you're able to share with people, it's crisp and clear. People come up and they take a small sip in the form of just as is, how it is, as it is. But see, some people it's like this. Look what I found, you know, and they yay! Woo, Shauna! Shauna! You know, and it's like, you know what? Now my fucking pool is getting muddy, and I'm gonna go like this and say, you know what? Get out of here! I'm not doing it for you. I do it for me. And if you like it, I have PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, and the goddamn address, as far as I know, is this is Mercury coming up to square my moon, right, by the way, and that's like, nah, thank you for your one-time donation. You know, I'm not a con artist here. I need help with my life. I almost see, I'm getting so kind of fed up with the quality of the people in America, and especially just my personal life. It's weird. It's like, well, this person doesn't communicate for shit. How did they make it to me? It was a big mistake. You know, I talk about it sometimes. It's just the manipulation part, the way that they want to get close to me, but they don't know how to. And it's like, well, the way you do it is you communicate honestly. You make a connection. It takes 2.5 years to see if you actually have a friend there. No, not on Facebook, but in real life. I'm a real life person. This is a fact. I'm not making this up. After 2.5 years, you're going to do a double take and say, you know what, you seem to be always here. Now talk about a watering hole. Say like if it is a water fountain that you particularly like, or whatever subject matter you're handling. At one point, it was just sunsets that I was able to go make and just rush out. Whenever I saw a bitchin' sunset, this is when I was making money, and I could just go and get in my car and spend a little gas to get up to the point and look at it. All the time, it was for 3 years. This guy was always there. He was older than me, and we would always just kind of look at each other. Sometimes it would just be me and him, but we managed to make it to this sunset, and so it's kind of romantic, that we never really said a word to each other, but after a while we realized, I know it was a mutual kind of, hi friend, sunset friend, and it came and went. We didn't do anything more or less than that. What I mean is, like, we wouldn't, like, the most that ever happened is that he kind of inched closer to me and he said, see, this is what I'm seeing. And he had a better camera than me, but it wasn't that much better. I was seeing the same thing, and it's just a beautiful fucking sunset. And then he kind of goes like this. See, that's how you do make good rapport with people, is you have something what is called between you. In the case of the sunset, it was the sunsets. In the case of me, like, having good acquaintances or friends for life now, would be that my effort, well, I do play music. See, I've always done it for myself, and then I share my music. It's very unique to me the way I play it, and people are astonished. See, I started out on a piano, which is a percussion instrument, and then I moved to guitar, and I learned that by the age 12, I was definitely playing guitar. I have to feed my cat here. And so I play guitar very uniquely. I'll start to do hammer-on. That's when I'm well practiced and really doing it, and people do a double take. See, and I don't listen to other people about any style or any way of outputting. When you do, and if you do, you get mucked up. You start to thin yourself out. You don't have any style at all. You're doing it the rest of the way that other people. And I know that, we can argue all day and say, well, I'm only trying to help. And it's like, well, stop it. The help is sometimes hindering. Sometimes. So I hate to say it like that. And okay, so how do we like it? I know Kim Cast, one of my favorite donators, she has a Jupiter trine my Venus, and you can't go wrong. That person is beneficial to me big time. And she has expressed how beneficial I've been, just as is the way that I've done, making 1,000 videos. And I haven't heard from her in a while, and I know, see, I want to let her know that this current, see, I'm going to post this on the 16th, kind of on top of some other video. It's on the 16th that I'm making this video. We're having a very auspicious aspect with Sun making Uranus go cazimi. See, it's conjuncting Uranus at the very late degree of fixed. And I know that my friend Kim Cass has. See, I can do this personally to her. I can go onto her personal page or message her and say, "Oh God, I see that you're going through this really hard time. That this Uranus Mercury Sun conjunction happens to square your Venus and your Mars. That's at late degree fixed sign. And so my heart goes out to you. I know it's difficult with men and women, the love life, and maybe your sex drive. That's a very personal thing to say, so I'll stop here now and just know that I know that you're going through a tough time. And I thank you for your past donations, that you made it happen without a single thing to say to me. You just say, I like what you're doing. And see, the thing is that, see, like a celebrity, we can't tag all these people onto us and say, yeah, and come with me. And I have all these people saying, yeah, do this and do that, and we like this. And no. Like Mose Allison, that kind of listens to it. They've already know that they've impacted people, and they have a personal life of just trying to get some fucking food into them, perhaps. And hey, Mose Allison, God, I've seen you so many times. I love your style. You do it so great. And he's like, so what? So thanks again. Even if it's just a one-time donation, it helps so much. But see, the ones that I think that have stuck and that do stick, it is just people. I bet you anything, if I do their chart like Kim Cast, it's remarkable. She has a 23 Virgo Jupiter, which is right on my Venus. And anybody knows in astrology, that is so. See, Jupiter is a beneficiary, and it expands whatever it's in. So we actually share this degree in in Earth, in Virgo, which is a very good work ethic. We love the work we do. She benefits from the work she does, right? I love the work I do. See, I have Venus in Virgo. It has to do with love. I bring a beautification to whatever it is I'm working on. I beautify it, even if it's, oh, I've done work, grunge work. Virgos are capable. See, they are the sixth house ruler of career, believe it or not, but they're highly misunderstood. See, they roll up their sleeves and they do the dirty work, especially Venus and Virgo. They're the ones that do work that nobody else will want to do. And I'll close this video up with an example. See, I'm a high priestess. I accept my position. It's happened that I can see this is what it is. I do birthing and deathing. It's a kind of midwife that throughout my life I've noticed, I happen to be here during this birth and I'm holding this person. And she said that she listened to, could hear my voice and my energy more so than the midwife she paid $2,000 to sit there and look like and make sure that nothing's happening. But no, there was a moment where she said, there's something wrong. It hurts. There's something wrong. And the midwife goes, huh? And then reaches into her vagina and pulls the skin away. It fucking ripped her, but it worked. And then she was able to fall back into my arms. And I'm saying, okay. And keep breathing. You know, I'm feeling the waves that she's going through. And at one point now, with the pushing and leaning back, she's in a swimming pool. And I'm kind of outside of it. And I'm holding her like this. She stands straight up. So I stand straight up with her. I stood straight up with her, and now I'm holding her like this. I'm a little taller than her, and she pushed, and I see the head poking out now. And I say, okay, girl, the head is now out. See, it happens that I've done enough birthing that you have that initial push of the head, and then now you have to contract and push the rest of the way. And so I remember it was that moment when I was looking down. I said, okay, there's the head. There's the head. So now, babe, just relax. Now, here comes another, with that contraction. Take a deep breath. Breathe. And she said that she can only hear my voice. So I'm a high priestess. I've done more deathing than birthing, I'll say unfortunately. But the deathing means that people, for some reason, through Facebook, but really through just having known that I was there, and they have no idea why, but they're about to die. It's their end-of-life process, and they call me to their side. I've explained to one single individual just recently the phenomena of that, where, see, it turned out that they were at heist. They were atheist, and they were very challenging to me. See, everything is God. I know that God is happening. When you're calling me by your side, you're calling God by your side, and God is offering me to be by the side of it, doing a process that is very sacred. And so I'm humbled down when that happened. But this person was a challenge, and what I did was I converted them into the living body of Christ, by way of, pardon me while I check my cat out here, by way of just completely intuitively, no training at all, just being who I am, originally what I am, that this is just the way it is, babes. You don't get instructions from anybody. You don't follow any other suggestion. You just are who you are. This is what's unfortunate, that it's not well known in the West that this is going on, that you are to revere and hold up the people who are going through this kind of process where they're just a unique jewel after a while. See, here it's just trash it. They're jealous of it, and they say no, and then they'll dull your waters, and they'll drain out your waters, and they'll muddy it up, and they'll dull your shine, and they'll try to chip at your edges. And no, I don't. I have been a warrior enough to avoid that happening. You cannot fuck with me. No, not now. Not at this point where I'm 50 years old and I've spent a lot of my life meditating, a lot of my life avoiding the world, like literally just, don't hit that button. No, don't go there either. And that's not a deal. See, I say it's like, well, let's not do that. It's a new thing of not doing instead of doing. See, there's just, your life gets so complicated with all of these suggestions is, and all it is it's just a bunch of scams, right? Especially when it comes to businesses and money and stuff like that. No, simplify up. Try to do with as less as you can. I hate to sound like this, and try to make it so that it's enough. Like what I mean is that you are being fulfilled in such a way that money can't buy it. So anyway, getting back to this midwife thing and having this person that would call me, I just noticed it. See, it happened several times, well, more than several times, that I was by the side of people who are dying, and I'm there with this energy that they desire. They know that they need this. It's kind of like when they call the fake priest in at the hospital to read you your last rites. Pretty much, that's a satanic thing. They're all dressed in black, and they're like, and don't come back here again. Kind of like don't like good luck with that. And no, see, there's authentic priesthood that happens where it's just, you know why you're there. You don't advertise it. It's not something that, it's just a unique, you have your unique life, your people that you are being there for. It's a 100% like this. And now in the East, it used to be word of mouth that they say, you know what? All right, I see that you're having, say, the guru is there, and you say, well, you know, if you're having this, if you have this problem, if you have something, go over there and ask them. See the one over there chopping wood and carrying water? The one that a lot of people think, yeah, the one that's wearing the scuffy sandals and sits in a towel all day? What do you mean? No, if you're really that miserable, go and try it out. Be present with the master, and because that person is achieved as love in love, you have no choice but to change. You see, that's the thing, is that you will, upon real life contact with a master, and I do claim to be a master, your life is going to change. You have no choice. It might take 20 minutes, it might take 2 months, it might take 2 years, it might take 20 years, but eventually, see, the radiation of the master, what they have achieved as love in love, just the space that they can be, it's just space of being purely aware. It transforms the people forever. I get many different reactions to that. Right now, I get a reaction from the narcissist that just rolls their eyes, and they're not in my life. They don't make it. I live alone, away from the crowd. I don't have crowds of people saying, "Yay!" and do this and that. And here's a life raft, and then it's like, get the fuck out of here. So what? Some people have made it, and they've bothered to make the donation. It's kind of curious. One person is telling me, well, do it this way and do it that way. And it's like, well, even though I didn't do it this way and that way, and I never did it this way and that way, you're still getting a donation into me. And I'm going to keep it that way. If you really want to, you will do it. I'm not savvy about it. See, when I get enough money in there, if it starts piling up, I would love to be able to just give money to people. Just say, here, bing. It's right there. It's easy to me. You just look at it and they have the names and say, here, donate to that. You can have contacts, right? I'm not somebody who asks for money. Pardon the noise. The dinosaur crew is getting up and doing their loop-de-loop out there. I'm just mid-age now. I'm 50, and I'm thinking about the rest of my life, a way to protect myself even more. And it's certainly not through watering myself down, like diluting myself by making contact with people who have opinions and this and that. See, now as a result, I'm not going to go back and change those links. I'm just too busy. I have something I have to do. I have to fix my this. I have enough from when Daisy Chain did make a donation. She whoever that person is, I don't even know. They don't even bother to let me know. That's the way to do it. See, that's the opportunity that social media has. If you're actually a social person, human, then you're capable of just saying, oh, I understand, and then you just throw them, and it's selfless, and it's not asking for anything else but just what is, whatever will be, will be. See, that's beautiful, isn't it? I'm still here communicating. I talked about this. See, I was charging $100 to do astrological readings, because the thing is that I will keep in contact with you. See, I will oblige myself, but really I did it publicly here with Kim Cass. I'm saying, wow, you must be going through a lot right now with this rupturing thing. It can be very disruptive, the Uranus aspect, if it's aspecting and squaring your planet, which this particular person I've mentioned, I'm sorry that I did. I hope that she's not bugged about it. But I know that she's going through a hard time, and that's why I haven't heard from her, and my heart goes out to her. I so appreciate her connection, her effort, her work that she does. It keeps her in the money. I know that, though. See, I have a good work ethic. I'm doing it here. I'm just not getting paid much, but I do try to get paid by. It takes a lot for me to ask, what I'm asking now, which is to get it right. I do have the right address there, that it does connect righteously to my Cash App and my PayPal. I'm pretty sure, because otherwise nobody would be able to be getting in there. And my Venmo. Venmo works, seems easy. Some people find Cash App easier. Whatever. Can we skip over the details and get more into the selfless purpose of just helping people protect? See, it's social media is originally created by a benevolent being who was Tesla. He just was high-minded. He said he would say any high-minded like ET up in outer space using reality to hold the truth and celebrate it. They say because reality is transparent, it's unfailing. Transparency is the best security. And that's what your social media really is, no matter what you think that you're going private over here. And that's the biggest false flag warning that the stuck race will have you worry about is your privacy. For what? For what? Your money? It's not even your money. For the fucking peanut shells that that the government is allowing you to have? Babes, if you were more and more transparent as knowing how it really is. See, in outer space, if you want to talk about it, they don't talk. They don't need it. They already see reality. They know the truth, and it's telepathy. That's all it is. Because it's available to them through the plasmatic field, an electrical current is there. And I don't know, see, it's about you, but it's already happening here. You see, you don't have to have contact with them. You can feel it in the air already. See, that's what us empaths, we kind of really do. We'll look at a picture or something and we'll dial in. Well, we know that who our people are. We feel their energy. It's hard to explain, but empaths are kind of supernatural that way. But anybody can be that way if they exercise, if they have a 5-pointer here and they have access to the possibility of becoming human. That's just what a human being is. A human being has these superpowers that can know beforehand and actually catch something when it falls instead of to let it fall and break and go, whoops, because they weren't even like aware. See, awareness is transparency. Awareness is now. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I noticed. If you notice, like, since even just 13 years ago is how long I've been on social media, that how complicated it has gotten. They do that on purpose. They say, no, well, now, just open this app, because over here, over there, this is, what do they call it, the X app, and over here, it's like, nope. They're mucking up the fact that transparency, the one sky, there's only one sky here. There's only one reality behind all reality. In fact, that is the original information highway. What's information is there. This is information. I'm information. Those are two words. Split them apart. What's information? It's very, very militant, the language that I will end up using, because I am a general. I'm an intergalactic general from the Pleiades. And intergalactically, the military, but really it's just people who are, there's generals and there's admirals and there's this and that. They speak in a certain way. They say, well, somebody, if they're looking out into outer space and they see what's in information, for instance, for us down here, we'll see like a row of ducks flying in a V. What's information? Well, it's a row of ducks. Okay? Don't bomb it. I hope you like this video, guys. Thanks for your donation via just knowing that you can do it, just seeing my stupid address and then doing it. It happens anyways. What the fuck? No, it's the phenomena of that people see. Celebrities have to watch out for this. People glomming onto them and just and it's like, well, no. Mose Allison, the really good guitar, piano player. Now I'll put some of his music up. Very simple, groovy guy. It's when people were really displaying mastery. We don't see that yet. We don't see it now because, well, it's gotten kind of strange. They want to delete the human being away from here. Only the human being is capable of doing original work that is so unique to them that they are recognized as a pool, like a sacred pool, like they're traipsing through the forest and they're like, oh, look at that, it's emerald green. And see, the way that you're doing now, see, if you just take this information, what you're doing is you're getting like a small thimble and you're hardly making a ripple and you're going, just by watching it, if you've made it all the way to the end, you've taken that full little tiny drink and you backed away and you said, God. And see, in the East, they would say, well, if you really want a little bit of help with this, go talk to that person over there. See, it's really like this. Go be present with them. Just be with them, observe them, ask them a question. If you really want to know, see, your question already has the answer in it, and that's what the guru knows. And it's like the guru already knows that you already know. You just need a reflection of the higher version of yourself, which is the master, that is reality, and all that's there is the truth rising and falling. Closing this out, Christ would say, I am the truth, I am the light, I am the way. It's the is. It has nothing to do with a person there, not even a human. It has to do with the truth, that they just radiate. You know, if the truth can talk, like, say, more like if reality can talk, that complete transparency where what's information is available. See, they call it the information highway. But see, that's a synthetic version of what we're working with here. Pardon the noise, there's a truck. Yeah, it's synthetic. You know, see, right now you see a synthetic version of the space that I'm in, the truths that are around me. But there's space, people. This place right beyond your nose and the hand here. See, people don't consider that space, that is what's working perfectly. Fail safe. You cannot fucking poke that thing with a fork. You cannot even scathe it with an atom bomb. It eventually just says, I took it, it's clear, and now enjoy the space. Truth will have it that you'll see. Why did that person grow an arm out of their chest? Well, go to the Bikini Islands. You see, there's this term called bikini body. You wouldn't believe it, but bikini body means, it's a joke that the deep state stuck races played on us about. See, they did so many bomb testings out at the Bikini Islands. Unfortunately, there's a tribe out there that lives on the Bikini Islands, and they were subjected to this radiation that now that place is full of people birthing children where they have a third arm growing out of their fucking fang or their head. There's two heads. It's from the radiation of the atomic blasts. And there's the bikini bodies over there. 3333.